sick to death of the way we're treated. I'm not going to support Little Red Riding Hood or Mr. Rabbit or any of the other fairy tale characters that are running around at the moment. But I am concerned about the way they impact on our lives. And I actually represent the Comics Union of Australia, and we want to know why Tony Abbott's using our theme, Stand Up Australia, which he has no right to whatsoever. I mean, he stands up, he's not even funny. He doesn't deserve to use it. Although, I must admit, I used to often wonder who the opposition leader was. They changed so often I could never quite get it right. And I thought I had it right, and I said to a bloke, so it's Tony Nelson and Brendan Abbott, they're the two blokes, aren't they? And he said, yeah, that's it. Because he figured that Genie's Master and the Postcard Bandit could easily run the country better than the other clans. So I thought that was pretty good. But I do get sick of the way we try and tell people how to live their lives nowadays, and you've got to be, everything's got to be explained to you how to do things, like, you know, blow your nose, very Yankee way. And I spend a lot of time in public toilets. I travel a lot, I'm on the road, that's, thank you. I'm in a toilet the other day, and every toilet now has a sign that tells you how to wash your hands. Alright, they're everywhere. So I stand at the basin, and I read this sign which says, hands should be washed under running water for approximately 10 to 15 seconds, which I've read in a lot of places. But then in brackets it says, approximately the same time it takes to sing happy birthday. So what am I doing? I look to my right, there are 6 other blokes at the basin. Every one of them. So at the end I went, give it! Like this chorus of parade. So not only do we tell people what to do, we then condition them to the way things work. And I don't like that suggestion. That's why I won't have a GPS in my car, because I don't like suggestive conversations. I actually have a HPS, and not many people have heard of them. I have a holistic positioning system. So I actually never know where I am, but I'm always at one with my surroundings. Except for the other day, I was driving my car and Gab would have said I'm from Brisbane, just passing sort of lights on, thought I'd drop in. But I was in my car the other day, and I don't know whether you have them here in Victoria, but on the back of the registration sticker there is writing that you can read from inside the car. I'm on the freeway, I'm driving along, and I just happened to glance over and notice this on the back of my registration sticker, so I leaned over to see what it said. And it says, medical conditions can cause crashes. Okay. And then I realised there's something else written below it, so I leaned over a bit further, it says, talk to your doctor. That's what I hit the tree. Not happy about that one. Not happy about that. Not the slow gripper over there, is it? Is that the netball, is it the volleyball player? I suffer from Alzheimer's, so I often do this. Doesn't help me, because nothing I write's funny and I can't read that. Can you see all those jokes? I don't even know what I wrote, but anyway. I do worry about the way we do all that medical stuff. That worries me, but I've also been travelling a bit, and I spent a bit of time on airlines, and I came down today with one of the new airlines. I don't know whether you've all heard of them. It's Virgin Mary Airlines, it's called. And I thought, what can be different? Except when they did the safety thing, they said, in case of an emergency, the exits will be here, 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 and here. But I don't like the way people pick on religions. Gab was talking before about how multicultural we are nowadays, and for those who are of the Muslim faith, you would know that we're now in the month of Ramadan, whatever they say, by the way. But I noticed that Denise Drysdale has taken up Islam. So it's now Ramadan ding dong for her. Apparently. No, that one wasn't funny. I'll cross that one first for next time. I certainly what the one here next time? Thanks. You say you'll be back next time. Good. I don't know whether you noticed in the news, I saw the other day. In Finland, they have an international sauna competition. True story, I read it in the paper, must be true. Probably on the internet as well, so definitely true. But the competition is to see who can stay the longest in a sauna with the hottest temperature. Russian competitor died. And the story is, you can't stand the heat, stay out of the sauna. I see where Ed Hardy are a shop that promote themselves with all that wonderful t-shirt stuff that I don't understand. It looks like 4-year-olds' drawings. But I see they're in trouble going into receivership here in Melbourne, I read. But I saw a photo of one of their shops and it says, born on the street, and now heading back there apparently. That's good. I've gotten into a bit of reality television. I never thought I'd be interested, but I actually had the chance to perform some myself. I'm the only person ever to audition and go straight to the top 20. I'm Australia's biggest dancer. But I've been watching that other one that's on at the moment, Undercover Boss. Have you seen that? Seen Undercover Boss? It's a feel-good show, isn't it? It's great to see the interaction and much and all as you would think I make squeals doing this. I do other stuff apart from comedy. And I own a couple of companies, so I travel, and that's why I do stand-up when I'm out of Brisbane, because nobody will listen to me there. But I thought the whole Undercover Boss thing was a real good idea. So within both of my companies, I've actually done the same thing. And I've been having a look at how things are done in both of my companies. And some things are good, some things are bad. Probably if I employed somebody other than myself in either of them, it would work for me. But so far I've sort of given myself a couple of pointers, and I gave myself a raise, and then I sacked myself from the other one. So that's been good so far. I see in the news, I worry about medical things when they haven't happened yet. Pardon me. Princess Mary, they're announcing Princess Mary from Denmark is having twins. So I've actually written to the gynaecologist and asked him to check the films again, because you've got to remember she is from Tasmania. Make sure he affects, that's what I say. I like to think when I stand up here that there's a value in what I do. There's not, but I like to think that, because it makes me feel better. But I like to think that when you interact with people, something comes out of it. You learn something in life. And I, as I said before, I'm from Brisbane, but I grew up in Melbourne. And many years ago, I used to live in Clifton Hill. And I worked a couple of jobs. I didn't sleep a lot, so whenever I could get a chance to grab a couple of hours, it was great. So I got home one afternoon. Nobody's home. It's a beauty. I can have a couple of hours of sleep, so into bed. 5 minutes. I've not been 5 minutes in bed, and a car horn goes off across the road. And continues. And continues. I looked out the window, there's a bloke across the road, he's got the bonnet up, scratching his head, doesn't have a clue. Out of the room, down the hall, down the stairs, round the corner, through the door, straight across to him. I reached in under the bonnet, I pulled the fuse for the horn out, and I handed it to him. Noise stops. Now I'd like to think at that point that he learned something. Now whether he learned A, where the fuse was and how to stop the noise of his car, B, in this day and age people are good enough to come and help you out of the goodness of their own heart, or C, I don't sleep in pyjamas. It doesn't really matter. It's just important that you learn something, and if you've done that tonight, boy, you should get out more often. I've been amazing, and you've been lucky to be here. Thank you very much.